Hi guys, it's Stacy from Clothes Live On. I am so excited to be making this video. Finally, you read the title. I am pregnant. I mentioned kind of in my last video that I had stuff going on in my personal life and it was like affecting me being able to film and affecting how much I was like putting into my reselling business. And that's what's been going on with me. When this video goes up, I will be 12 weeks pregnant. I switch weeks on Fridays. When I'm filming this, I'm 11 days and 4 weeks pregnant. And I have my second doctor's appointment tomorrow. So I will hear baby's heartbeat on a Doppler for the first time tomorrow. It'll be before this video goes up, but for me, that's happening tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that. I've had my first ultrasound. I've had a lot going on these last few weeks. So, it's been a lot. Pregnancy's been a lot harder than I ever imagined. And I tell people this who do know that I'm pregnant, that no one who I know that's been pregnant has ever told me that pregnancy is easy, but it's still so much harder than I ever anticipated it being. It's been a lot. So I feel like I have a lot I want to talk about in this video, and I'm sure I'm going to leave things out. I'm thinking about if people want to see it. I don't know how interested you're going to be in like pregnancy and trying to conceive. I might talk about like my trying to conceive journey in a separate video. I don't want this video to be like forever long. And if you guys care or want to see, I might do updates like once a month or something like that on this channel, letting you know how my pregnancy is going and letting you know how it's affecting my business at that time, because I'm sure it will vary. So I'm pretty close to being out of the first trimester, but it's been a lot. But first of all, I'm due April 30th of 2021, and I'm actually hoping I'm going to be 5 days late. I really want a Cinco de Mayo baby. I think it just sounds like the cutest birthday ever, and we could have a taco theme first birthday. So everyone pray that my baby is 5 days late. I think I'll regret saying that when I'm like 40 weeks pregnant and wanting the baby out, but right now I'm hoping for a Cinco de Mayo baby. This is my baby at 7 weeks, 6 days. My ultrasound tech lady, was a midwife, actually didn't give me any printouts in the office. I don't know if that's just because it wasn't in like a separate ultrasound facility, but I didn't get any printouts. I was allowed to take pictures on my phone, so I took a picture on my phone, cropped it, and then had it printed at Walgreens. So this is my little baby. It does not look like this anymore. It looks a lot more human. It still has a tail here, and like you can kind of see it in the picture. So it doesn't have a tail anymore. It has limbs and everything. I forgot to mention, in terms of the ultrasound, my husband was not allowed at my appointment due to COVID, so he just FaceTimed in and got to see the baby on the ultrasound that way. It's pretty unfortunate that he's missing out on like this really exciting time with our first baby, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm very excited. My husband and I were trying to get pregnant since February is actually when I got like my IUD removed, and we were pretty actively trying since that happened, and it was a lot, you know, trying to get here. We're lucky we conceived naturally, so that's good. And I found out August 16th that I was pregnant, so I've known for 2 months as of when this video is going up. I actually found out when I was 3 weeks and 2 days pregnant, so I found out quite early, but since we were trying to get pregnant, I was very on top of testing, and I've heard you can get a positive as early as 8 days past your ovulation. I got my positive 10 days after my ovulation, so, you know, like a little later on the early side of finding out, but I was still so early that like a digital pregnancy test, the one that say pregnant, not pregnant, it read not pregnant. And then I went to a general practitioner doctor about being pregnant. They did a urine test there, and that urine test came back negative, and that was 2 days after I got my positive at home. So I had to go back in and do a blood draw to confirm that I was pregnant, which it did. But that's how early along I was. Like the test that they were using in the office for urine wasn't sensitive enough to detect that I was pregnant when I was in fact pregnant. So I found out, yeah, very early, which has made the whole pregnancy feel so long. Like it feels like it drags along. It's getting a little better now that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm almost out of the first trimester. Like I only have 2/3 of this left. That's insane. We're not ready. Our house is a mess. That's a whole separate update, I guess, that I've shown on Instagram. Our fridge leaked and it caused severe water damage in our house, and water mitigation came. They had to rip out a bunch of drywall in our kitchen and our living room and downstairs because the water did start to make its way downstairs. They had to rip up some of our beautiful wood floors, and they had to rip up some of our kitchen cabinets. So we're trying to figure out with contractors getting that put back in. I feel like that's going to be a months-long process, which is very overwhelming when we want to get our house ready for a baby. I'm hoping that they finish that well before baby comes and I can still have my whole like nesting time. I don't know, we'll see. It's just like that part's a lot of stress added to a time that's like kind of stressful. But in terms of like, how has this pregnancy affected reselling? It's affected it so much. So I've shared this in close friends because I made my close friends Instagram only people I had told. In September, in August, I listed 181 items. And I was pregnant for about half of August, but it was early pregnancy, so I didn't have a lot of symptoms yet. I had like a tiny bit of nausea, like some food cravings. It was really mild. And then at 6 weeks, morning sickness got bad. I have never thrown up in this pregnancy, but I've still had enough morning sickness that it affects my day. I get tired really easily because growing a human is just a lot. It's a full-time job. It's exhausting. It's just how it goes. It's very, very tiring. And I've had horrible food aversions. Like there was weeks where nothing sounded good and I would eat because I knew I had to. So I've lost 9 pounds since I got my pre-pregnancy weight. I've lost 9 pounds just because I get full really fast and I've had horrible food aversions. That's getting better. That's been a little better for about a week and a half. I mean, I still have some food aversions, but I feel like I'm eating better, and I have discovered that if I make sure to have a little something in my stomach like every 2 hours, it makes me feel better because before things got worse, which we'll get to, I realized that my nausea really got bad if I was hungry. Like almost my body didn't actually trigger hunger, it just triggered nausea. And then I figured out that if I went and ate something, I would feel better. So that was for a little bit. And to help mitigate nausea, I was just using over-the-counter stuff. I was taking B6 and Unisom, and doctors even recommend that. When I had my first OB appointment, they recommended that, which I was already taking it. So at first I would take 25 milligrams of B6 3 times a day and half a Unisom. And then I realized that my doctor paper said you could take 50 milligrams of B6 and a full Unisom. So I upped my dosage to 50 milligrams of B6, and then I still took half a Unisom because I don't love the idea of like sleep aids. And that actually worked perfectly for me for weeks. Like upping my B6 to 50 milligrams pretty much cured my nausea, or it made it so mild that like it didn't really affect me too much. So I was sitting pretty for weeks, and I was just like, all right, I'm almost out of the first trimester. Like I won't even need medicine in just a little bit. And then I hit 11 weeks. On the day that I hit 11 weeks, my nausea got so bad that I couldn't stand for more than about a minute without gagging. Again, I never threw up, but I would be in the kitchen and I would just be gagging and gagging, or I would be wherever. I would come to my office to try and work and I'd be gagging. So that left me basically bedridden. I had to really be like laying down. Sitting up made me a little nauseous, but I usually wasn't gagging. And then laying down made me feel comfortable, and standing I just couldn't do that. And that went on for 4 days straight. At 4 days, my friend was like, you need to call your doctor and get them to prescribe you Zofran, which is what I did. So that just happened yesterday for me. That was Monday. My husband went and picked up my Zofran prescription, and I am on that now, and it allows me to function like a human when I couldn't function like a human for 4 days straight. I got nothing done. I couldn't leave the bed for literally 4 days. It was really unpleasant and scary because, I mean, I knew it was probably still normal and just pregnancy hormones and that's how it goes, but I really thought that I was more or less in the clear, and then it just hit me like a truck. Like, it was out of nowhere so bad. So I'm glad that I'm on a medicine that's helping. I'm hoping I don't need to take it too long. And how Zofran works is you take it as needed. So today even, I waited until I was up and walking and felt nauseous and did gag a little bit, and then I went and took it. You don't just take it to take it, which I was doing with B6. I would never let myself get bad. I just took it on a schedule. I actually had alarms on my phone to remind me to take it every so often. And that was working out for me. But yeah, now I'm on that. I'm hoping that I don't need to be on it too long. I think the baby grows a lot this week, which is my theory for why it got really bad out of the blue. I saw on TikTok someone who works at an ultrasound office, and she got weekly ultrasounds from 5 weeks to 12 weeks. And like, that baby almost doubled in size from 11 weeks to 12 weeks. So my theory is that baby is just like rapidly growing this week, and that's really affecting my body. I don't know. We'll see what my doctor says about my terrible nausea, but I'm happy that I found something that allows me to get out of bed, because that would have kept affecting me since I had to take a Zofran the day that I'm filming this. I know that would have kept affecting me, and I was worried about even being able to get to my doctor's appointment since I wasn't leaving the bed. I was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna drive 30 minutes away and then wear a mask. Like, I can't. So I'm happy I found something that helps with that. But yeah, since I've been so tired and so nauseous, that's affected it. Like I said, I don't think I ever got to my point. I had listed 181 items in August, and then my nausea got bad at 6 weeks, which was right at the beginning of September. And in September, I only listed, I think it was 53 items in total, which, you know, was not even a third of what I had listed in August. Since I was feeling better at the start of October was already looking better. I think I've already listed about 40 items, and it's like halfway through the month, so I think we're doing better than September already. But you know, then things got really bad when I hit 11 weeks, so that slowed down my listing progress. But I'm trying to get back into a normal routine, especially because when there's a baby here, I don't even know how I'm going to manage like reselling and taking care of a baby. Taking care of the baby will be my priority. So yeah, it's just, I never in my wildest dreams would have thought that being pregnant kept me from doing my job, but it has. It's affected thrifting too. I can't make it to as many stores as I used to. I get tired really easily. The mask that I have to wear, because you know it's mandated and we're in a pandemic, that is sometimes nausea triggering to me, or I just get like anxious wearing it for too long, which pre-pregnancy it had stopped bothering me to wear a mask, but it bothers me every single time now to wear a mask. So I can usually only make it to like 2 stores per day at most, which is a little unfortunate trying to maintain this full time. It means that if I'm not getting a lot at once, then it was almost a waste of time. But hopefully that can go back to a more normal level soon. I don't know, we will see. But yeah, it's been hard to thrift with how I've been feeling, because it's just too much. And also my best thrifting is done in like the city of Seattle. which there's not a lot of bathrooms in that area, and even a lot of the places that have bathrooms, they've closed them due to COVID. So pregnant lady not being able to pee doesn't work for me. So I also have to kind of like avoid certain places if I think that I might have to pee, which is like all the time. I just like end up not thrifting there because I think it's gonna be too inconvenient for me. So it's been a lot, but I'm trying to make it work. I'm hoping that things get better soon. Everyone says the second trimester is better, so here's hoping. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm just, like I said, I'm sure I left things out that I wanted to talk about, but I can do more videos. I just wanted to let you guys know that, hey, I'm pregnant, and it's kind of been not fun. So I haven't been doing the best job at reselling, and I haven't been doing the best job at making videos, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing a good job at growing a human, so I think that counts for something. But thank you guys for watching. I'm so excited to finally share this with you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.